Hello everybody. I had a lot of fun making the first juggling video, and so many of you watched it and even shared back little clips of yourself having learned to juggle from it, which was so rewarding for me to see. Some of you are so good that you need to have some more ideas for what the next steps would be. So the purpose of this video is to show you what you can do now that you have a grasp of 3 balls. You can start adding in tricks, and the tricks vary from changing just where and how you throw the ball to even how you start the routine. So I'm going to show you a handful of very simple starter tricks with 3 balls. And once you get bored with the tricks that I'm teaching you, just Google up juggling 3-ball routines, and you'll see some incredible jugglers doing amazing things with just 3 balls. So here we go. From a 3-ball juggle, you can do under the leg, right hand, right hand again, a shoulder throw because it goes over the shoulder, and behind the back because it goes behind the back. So those tricks go by pretty quickly. It's a little bit easier to follow if you watch it in slow-mo. So right hand under right leg, and this is really one of the easiest tricks to learn first because, especially if that's your dominant hand, it'll probably be your dominant leg. Same thing with behind the back. Start with your dominant hand, then after you've mastered it with the dominant hand, work on doing it with your non-dominant hand. But the nice thing about the under the leg trick is it's always in front of you, so you never lose sight of the ball. Behind the back's a little more difficult because the ball's blind for a little bit. And same thing with this, the shoulder throw. It's a little bit more difficult because the ball is blind for a second while it's behind your arm. But the trick to all of these is to make the throw just before the trick throw a little bit higher than usual, so you buy Here's another fun trick called columns. 2 balls in the right hand, 1 in the left, but because the 2 balls are going simultaneous with each other, you can make a little joke out of it by just raising the ball. Let's see that again in slow motion. From your regular juggle, you throw 1 ball straight up and down in the middle, and then the 2 balls on either side of it. Your right hand, in this case my dominant hand, is juggling 2 balls. The ball that's in the middle, and then the ball that's on what is my right side. But you can keep doing this, and it looks the best if you can keep the 2 outside balls roughly comparable in terms of their height. And this illusion with the joke, which always seems to get a smile, is to fake juggling with the left hand by just raising the ball up and down. And then it becomes more obvious that you're just juggling 2 balls in one hand and doing really nothing with the left hand. So what's a lot of fun is having an impressive start. It's called a multiplex start. Anytime you throw 3 balls at once, multiplex. So the trick here is you get all 3 balls up in the air, you snatch 2, and then while the 3rd one falls, you start your cascade. So it looks really impressive at full speed, and it's actually not that hard to do. You just know which are the lowest 2 balls, you snatch them first, and then you have plenty of time to start juggling before the 3rd ball lands. Full speed, easy. So that's lesson 2 in the juggling series. I hope you find it fun, gives you something new to try. You can always experiment, you can invent your own throws. That's how all of these were made up. And just a hint, the heavier the ball you use, the easier it is, surprisingly, to juggle. So if you can find something like a lacrosse ball, only use those outdoors. They bounce like crazy. Or a baseball is actually very good. Something that has a little bit of weight to it, you'll find it's a little bit easier to catch than something very light like a tennis ball or something like that. So good luck, have fun, stay safe.